We are going to do the ultimate, hang on a minute. We're going to do the ultimate beater build, where I'm going to show you guys how to do it on a budget. Ultimate budget beater build. Ultimate budget beater build. Okay, we're going to start on the ultimate butter beater butter. Today we are going to start on the ultimate, we're going to start the adventure of the ultimate budget beater build. Ultimate budget beater build. Try to say that 3 times fast. It is very hard to do because I've tried this take like 3 times. The mechanical, and we're going to bring to you the ultimate budget beater build, right? The ultimate budget beater build. We can say it 3 times fast and it's still sucks.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking
Wow, guys, all right. Say guys like I ain't got no ladies watching, huh? All right, guys, welcome back to the ultimate budget beater build. Ultimate budget beater build. I'm getting to the point where I like saying it now. This is the old 2002 Silverado. Extended cab short bed, 2-wheel drive. 2-wheel drive means anybody with a gas. That's right, we're gonna lower this thing. And we're gonna do it as cheaply as possible. I guarantee you all the parts that I have from the tune-up to the lift we're gonna do not add up past $250, I promise. And that's for a reason, because you know, not everybody's got the change to do this kind of stuff. I know I don't. I have a very big family, so you know, my budget is very, very slim, much like most of the rest of the country. And that's okay. That don't mean you can't have something cool. I think I give $700 for this whole truck, probably in 16, 17. Didn't give much, and it just sat. Let's make it cool again. Yes, there's dents. I've got plans for those. Don't know how to do it, but I got a plan to do it. But first, let's lower this thing. Let's lower it. Let's see what kind of stance we can get out of this bad boy. So let's start with the back first. All right, what's the easiest way to lever this thing? That's pretty simple. Flip the axle. Put the axle on top of springs. That'll give you 6.5 inches. Easy. Same shackles, same hangers, everything, just flip the axle. That's not to say that there's not a little bit of work involved. Because once you flip this axle gets closer to the frame. So we're gonna notch the frame. So I'm gonna drop the gas tank because I don't know what's in it. It's been sitting a while. Clean that out. I got a new fuel pump for it. So let's drop that fuel tank.
Did it do? Did it do? Did it do?
Pop right on off. Let's see. Get full. Yeah. There you go. See? Perfect. Make sure you don't lose them clips there though. Kind of save those bad boys. That one should be about the same way. Yeah. Squeeze it in, pull it out. Let's take the breather off here. And go ahead and pull this old girl off too. That one was fighting a little. so far, better than expected. It's jacked up on jack stands, the gas tank's out. Blow a little off and start tearing apart right here. And I'll show you what we're gonna do to notch these frames. Then we get done notching the frames, I'll show you what we're gonna do to lower this thing. And most of it's gonna be flipping. So yeah, hang tight. All right, guys. First thing first, with any project, I'm not saying that no more. I'm cutting that out of my life. First things first. What we need to do to start off with is take the parts off. Now with any project, even with lowering, you have to start taking projects off. So you need to assess the situation. What I'm looking at here is shocks, U-bolts, springs. Simple enough. Then we can lower the rear axle all the way to the ground. Well, not all the way to the ground. It's not gonna go all the way to the ground because we're still connected with some stuff. So yeah, let's drop the axle. There we go. There we go. Shock loose. Shock's out. Here. All this stuff's gonna be reused. Don't you guys worry. Shocks are out, U-bolts are out. Should be able to just let the jack down and let it do its thing here. Let's drop this rear axle. There we go. Oh. Probably need to put a little put a jack in front of that bird. There you go. A little bit better. We did better, better. Yes, buddy. All right. Let's take some springs off this thing, folks. Heavy spring. Woo! There we go. Put it right there. Put it right there. Word of advice: if you're gonna lower something and you plan on replacing the shackles on these springs to some shorter shackles, and you're taking those off, think ahead and go ahead and mark the front of these things. Take a mental note, or if you like me and can't remember shit, mark the front of it. Says front. I also put these on the side that they came off of. Don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm not gonna take a chance. But there you have it. We've got it all taken apart now. Got the axle leveled up right here. Now we can get to our frame, which is the meat and taters of a C-notch. And this is going to be the most elementary C-notch you will ever see done in your life, because I'm not a fabricator and I ain't spending $200 or $300 for a C-notch kit. Just not gonna do it. Just ain't gonna do it, guys. Just won't do it. Plus, this is a budget bill. What's a budget bill if you're gonna spend all that kind of money, you know? Let me pop this thing out. Pop that out there. We don't want to cut our brake lines. It's not gonna be a good plan. This may be about where I'm messing up, because I don't bag and tag anything. I am keeping my bolts though, so. There we go. Now, show y'all guys what I'm gonna do with that. You, hey, you or your mama. There we go. Hey, Can't go wrong with that. There we go. Now we got plenty of room right here. Wow. Yeah. Whew. Darn, guys, I'm hot. All right, let me show you where I'm at. I went ahead and cut the cradle off the axle on this side because we're going to install a new cradle, and also cut the bump stop patch right here. And I'm going to tell you why. If you buy a kit for this thing, like a flip kit, it's gonna reinstall the springs, the U-bolts, the same direction from the bottom, and it's gonna utilize that cradle. But since we're doing this a la cheapo, I'm gonna have to run the U-bolts through the bottom of it right here. So in order for our U-bolt cap to sit correctly on there, this is something that you had to do. You had to cut it out. If not, both of those beefy things was going to be in the way. So got those cut out. I didn't show you guys because frankly I don't want to discourage y'all, because it's time consuming. But if you want to save some money, the best way to save money is to work. I mean, that's all. I don't know how to put it any better, but yeah, sometimes saving in the long run means putting a little extra work in the short term, right? Now I didn't grind it all the way down perfect. I'm just gonna throw a little dose of paint on this thing. Want to throw them up here? Yeah, I like it. Canyon black, can't go wrong with that. Just a little black paint on there, and you put primer on it. Just a little black paint. Black, blink, black, blink, black, blink. Yo, see that? Almost like a brand new ride here. There you go. See? Perfect. Oh, hey, warning, do not cut into the axle or you're going to be doing a little more welding than you wanted to, and it's a lot more work because you're going to have to let the gases out and all kind of good stuff. Yeah, don't cut into the axle, so be careful while you're cutting with the cutoff wheel. And I burnt my finger a while ago. Just so y'all know. I burnt my finger. This is what I do on my free time. This is my computer typing finger here. Bit me. Anyway, be careful what you do. Wear your PPE. I did have gloves on, but it burnt through the gloves, and the glove kind of melted in my finger. Wasn't fun. Wear your PPE. All right, folks, where are we at now? We've been plugging right along with this thing. Got all the brackets removed, a little bit of paint thrown on that bad boy. Now it's time to get the meat and potatoes of this thing. Some people are going to say that this part probably is not necessary, but we are going to notch this frame right above the axle. Thing out there. There we go. We're gonna notch this bad boy right above this axle, and we're gonna do it the simplest way I know how. And we're gonna take that 1/8 thick, 6-inch steel pipe and do it. Oh, folks. You ever just daydream at night? I think it'd be a regular dream, wouldn't it? Yeah. You ever just think about what you've done during the day and the progress you made, and you realize and think to yourself, really not a big fan of that. And I think that's where I'm at right now with this particular setup. Not a big fan. I mean, it could work, feasibly work. It looks ugly to me. So, scrap that idea. Let's make our own brackets. Get some basic measurements here. This is already 6 inches wide. Should be pretty close to 6 inches wide. I think I'm gonna widen it out a little bit more, maybe make 6.5 inches be my standard here. And maybe, because right now, this thing buckles out, the frame buckles out, so I can't go too far over here. So, let's just do a quarter, let's do 6 3/4. 6 3/4 that way. And let's see, I want at least 2 inches right there. 3 1/4 that way, so we'll do a full 4 inches. Yeah, this will be 3 1/4. No, 3 1/2. No, 3 1/4. No, 3 1/2. Let's do 3 1/2. Looks good to me. 1 3/8. That should give us 4 right there. Oh, dead on the money. Son. Dead on the money. Dead on the money. Okay. Yeah. Looks like it might, won't it? Maybe. if I feel like something's a little off, I'm probably gonna end up doing it again. And that's okay. It's okay to be indecisive. This is your shit. I ain't a big fan of the circle look. Sorry. However, there's nothing wrong with that, and this portion of the vehicle, once it's lowered down, beds on it, it'll never be seen really unless somebody crawls on their stomach. And there's probably uglier shit up under there than what this is going to look like. But again, not a fan. It's our truck, so we're going to roll with it. I would say ye old goal was achieved there, Bocephus. What you think?
Pretty good.
I think we can cover that. All right, guys, can't stress enough. Don't forget about your PPE, personal protection devices. Don't worry about your cameraman. He'll be all right.
That would be PPD.
Huh? PPP.
No, it's PPE.
That's what I said, PPE.
No, you said PPD.
I said PPE.
Personal protection devices.
Yeah, personal protection equipment.
You said devices.
I said E. Yeah, devices too. Now that we have a straight edge, let's do straight edge things. See what we got here. Huh, look like it's gonna be 4 all the way around. Four times 3, 12, ain't it? 12 inches. Love it. For those of you who may be repeat algebraic offenders such as myself, meaning y'all took it more than once in high school, I've made this as dumbly simple as possible on myself to find where I need to bend this thing. Line it up with the bottom half. Ain't got to be perfect, guys. It's just got to work, right? Looks pretty good to me. Look at that, dead on 4 inches. That's all you got to do, guys. Pretty simple. You ain't got to be a genius to lay some stuff out. But you got to be smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. There you go, guys. It's not, is it perfect? Probably not. But is it gonna work for our purposes? Heck yeah, it is. Now it's time for me to expertly locate where I'm gonna cut the hole, bigger hole in this bracket. I'm gonna show you how right now. So, we got old fella cut out here. Beautiful, right? Now we've got to transplant him into this bad boy right here. See exactly how deep we want to go with this thing. I'm thinking right there. So right there, I'm gonna put a little precision mark right here. I think I can dig on that. Let's give it a little easy mark right here. Try not to knock your bracket down there. And my marker's not marking now. There we go. Cut it there. And a little cut right there. There we go. Now all we gotta do is make sure we hit on the inside of that line. We should be good to go. Yeah, looks straight to me. So, in order for me to get this pretty close to the same thing on the other side, I'm gonna just go by off this hanger. It should be pretty close to the other side. So what we got? I guess, uh-oh, Uh-oh. 26 3/4 close enough for me. And pop me a guide hole right there. Y'all think about that, Jack? Get down in that corner right there and pop you a hole in there. That way when we go to cut it, it won't feel so needy. Don't be worried about that Ryobi drill. That thing does the job. There we go. See? Perfection. All right, guys. Sorry, Clyde Mechanical Headquarters gets the work done to it, so it might get a little noisy. But we about to get to cutting, get to grabbing. Now guys, now that I've gotten this thing placed where I want it, I want you to take it. You guys decide. Leave me a comment below. Would you rather have it this way where it's nice and squared? I mean, not square, maybe trapezoidal. Or would you have it this way? I mean, either way, it's however you like it. I feel like that over there would be a more finished look than what this is. This looks like, I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. I prefer that side, and nobody's ever going to see it. Nobody really cares, but you know what? I did it. I care. So I'm going to do it the way I like it. But leave a comment. Which way would you like it, or does it even matter to y'all? This is going to be lower. Nobody's ever going to see it. So really, it might be pointless to be doing it this way, but frankly, I'm digging it this way. Like I said, y'all let me know what you think. I'm going to get busy cutting the other side out, and I will be back with you in a little while. All right, guys, I think this is about the point of the program where most YouTubers are going to say, oh, measured a few times, make sure it's straight, all that good stuff. Well, I did enough measuring when I cut this crap out. So you know what? It's your shit. You like it, send it. That shit ain't straight. I just got it clamped up there with a little wood clamp. I don't care. So we about to send this unit, and we about to pack it in right now. All I can say is spread your heat around. If you're starting over here, run your line, go to the other side, run your line. That's all I can tell you. That's the only advice I can give you, because I ain't one to be giving advice on no welding. Matter of fact, I just went through all this trouble making these pretty brackets. I'm about to throw some boogers all over this thing. But I ain't scared. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Just kidding. I don't embrace it all. But yeah, eyeball it. Got the weld machine on, got the thing on there. I'm gonna eyeball it right here, make sure I got good width right there. On the side, I'm gonna throw me a tack on there. Look. Are my welds perfect all the way around? Probably not. I probably lay some better dimes than that, but I'm not. But this thing is it's gonna hold, I promise. Look at the other side right there, all the penetration we got. And we'll weld what we can on the inside before we plate it. That way we'll have a pretty straightforward weld there. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. I'm digging it. Digging it, guys. Hey, guys. Hey. Guess what I did? Went ahead and welded the other bracket on the other side. Ain't no shame in my game. I will slap some boogers on anything. I ain't scared. We got some good penetration in here. Hey, don't y'all worry about them welds. They gonna hold, I promise. And now it's time for the next portion of our episode where we're gonna plate the outside. Now we don't have a lot of room to the cab side to do a lot of plating because it's already plates here. So we'll probably plate up against here, maybe, if I got enough room right here to get a weld, but I know I'll run a plate right here. I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be pretty simple to do. All I'm gonna do is make a template, right? I mean, how else would you wanna do it? Grab your finest dumpster dive cardboard here. Cut here, cut her on down there. You may not be a pro, but you can sure look like it, you know? Just set that cardboard down there for that cardboard down there for cardboard. Now you old geometrist, Olympic finalists are probably saying, haha, Steve, just take this and line it up with this angle and the protrusion and the protractinator, and you have it right here. You don't have to do all that. That's just excess. Well, I'm not a math whiz, and I don't claim to be. If you are a math whiz, leave a comment. I love math whizzes. They're awesome. Let's take this, lay it over right here. Ah, yeah, perfectly drawn up in my head. Now, if everything's done correctly, we should be able to fall right into place there. There you go. That's a little better. I can get with that. See there? Perfect. Now we just tack the damn cardboard in there. Be done. Yeah, buddy. Now for giggles, let's see how far we're off on this side. We can deal with that. Matter of fact, I might not have to make another template. Yeah, look guys, look how good that looks. I mean, it's not perfect by no means, but yeah, look how good that looks. That's awesome. So we'll just use this one template. I don't have to make another template. Yeah, let's do that. So, now that we've gone this far with it, let's take that wasted cardboard, put it down over there, and get our metal out. Got the cardboard fitting right, so we're gonna cut on the inside of these lines. Now I'll leave the corner down here so I can kind of cut the fit there. We're ready to cut. Now with starter not in here, I'm gonna have to tell you on my own, use your proper PPE. We got the spiffiest of spectacles and the quietest of earmuffs. So we can cut these things out. Now if you're worried about dust, I suggest you wear a dust mask. Me, hey, you only live once, right? No, I'm just kidding. Wear a dust mask if you want to. Wear a face shield, wear whatever you want. If you feel comfortable with it, do it. If you don't, I try to tell you. Whew, sorry about that, guys. Got pulled away yesterday. Got finished cutting these brackets out. CMG headquarters is getting some renovation done the last couple of months. You can tell, get siding put up on the garage in the house, and yeah, new roof. Got some other things coming in that I will be working on. Maybe even do a video on a couple of things, because maybe something y'all want to know, want to see. Who knows? Just between me, y'all, and a lamppost, I couldn't even see them lines, to be honest with you. I just took a wild stab at where I was going. But we're gonna make them work anyway. Ain't gotta be perfect. As long as we slap a big old bubble gum worth of weld on this thing, heat it up as hot as it'll go, that thing will stay forever. I promise. I promise. All right, folks. Y'all see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm doing here? There you go. We're at the point now we're gonna find everything into place. All right, guys, if you look here, we've got it fitting here, got it fitting here pretty well. I had to drop that down just a hair. A little bit of tapping with the hammer. Don't worry about that gap right there, we'll close that up. but this side's fitting pretty good. And remember, the bottom portion frame is longer than the top portion frame. We'll just flush it up here and we'll let it stick out there, just give it something to weld to. But yeah, we're looking good so far right here. Let's turn around. I'm gonna get this other side and I'll catch you in a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are fitted all the way around with our filler plates, with our structural integrity plates. I'm lost for words what I'm saying. Anyway, we're fitted. Time to clean, weld these things in, and we can move on to our axle saddles. And then we'll be pretty close to get done with the rear drop of this thing. Whew. All right, guys. I got everything cleaned up, ready to weld on. I do not know what kind of roofing tar Chevrolet put on the frames of these things, but that stuff is good. Now she's a melted. Alright guys, welcome back. Whew. It has been a rough one. I got that side welded in. About to do this side. I had to get the damn welder to cool off. Like, yeah, I'm pushing this MiG 140 to the limits. And I ran out, like I've been having issues. I ran out of wire in between there. My liner's messing up in there. All kind of bull crap. All kind of crap. But we got it. Welds ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but I never claimed to be the best welder in the world. So we'll take it as it comes. We do have some clean welds in there. Got some good penetration in there, and it's sturdy over there. That's all we're after. That thing cooled down just a hair, and I slapped some spray paint on that thing, and she's gonna ride. She will ride, I promise. Might be sturdier than factory. Listen, guys, if you're like me and you're not a pro welder, never made no claims to be a pro welder, don't get discouraged by your welding. As long as it penetrates. Look, this is factory welds. This is coming from the factory, right? This right here, all that's factory. All this around here is factory, and it's just as pretty as mine. So I don't get discouraged by it. I mean, hopefully as I build time behind the weld machine, maybe one day upgrade to a better weld machine, I'll have better looking welds. Right now, it's not exactly top priority for me. Top priority is to get you guys some videos so y'all can watch and get inspiration. Not necessarily learn, just get some inspiration. Get you a welding machine and just start welding, start hacking. All we're trying to do is cover up bare metal. Nothing spectacular here. Tomorrow we're gonna finish out the rear lowering portion of this. I went to Northern Tool, bought a couple of axle cradles, 3-inch, for the axles I got. We will be putting all of those on, locating our rear end, putting our springs back on. I found some shocks that I'm probably gonna mount in the rear because they're shorter shocks. I think they're for the front of a 4-wheel drive truck. I'm not sure, but I can make them work for the back. That'll give us some lowered shocks for the back. And yeah, we're gonna gain about 6.5, 7 inches of drop just by doing this, and didn't spend, I think I spent 30 bucks on the cradles. So yeah, here we are. This is what we're looking like. This is where we're at. And like I said, oh, and guys, listen, if you want to grind it down and make it look pretty, like especially the edge up there, make it look pretty, go for it, man. Make it look factory if you want to. I could have easily took a grinder down through there and just cleaned it up. But I mean, it is what it is. It's all gonna be hidden up under the bed of the truck. I'm just here for motivation. You know what I mean? I'm just here to show you any idiot can come, any moron with a capital Mo can come out here and do this stuff. Now, I do have a little mechanical abilities, but I'm by no means a mechanic. I'm by no means a fabricator. I'm basically DIY in my life at this point. And I am the epitome of on a budget. I promise you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My file is prepared. File is prepared. All right, mate. Who's ready to throw some springs back on this thing, man? I am. Let's get ready to jack this. Let's jack this rear end up as far as we can get her up. I don't know if there's a difference in the front and back of these things. I left the shackles on each side so I know which side is the back, and I also left them on the same side I got them off. If you do change the shackles out and take all these off at one time, make sure you mark where the rear is. I don't know if it even makes a difference. Just to be on the safe side, do it for your sake, and mark the front. I think there's a difference in it. I'm not sure. It could be centered all the way across. Just be cognizant, because no matter what, we want this thing to go back together straight. And you don't want to lower a truck to look like a crab walking down the highway. It's not gonna ride good, and probably gonna get the police called on you a time or two.
No, I do it. No, I do it. Now I must have got the bolt off of this side on this one. Ah, there we go. We just put the bolt on that side, I don't care. Now, that spring is on. I'm spraying, let's throw this other spring on here right quick. We want to make sure. There we go. There, it should be fell pretty close. Now that we're in there, should be sitting flush on the spring. See how nice it sits down there? And I would like it to be as wide as the spring, but it ain't no big deal. It's not going to affect much. Like I said, this ain't going to carry too much weight. I am not a suspension guy. I am not a mathematical whiz. And I don't think I've ever claimed to be one. So, leave me a comment if you see I'm doing something wrong. This is just how I'm doing it. Because, you know me, I'm on that KISS method. You know that keep it simple, stupid thing that everybody talks about? That's me. I'm KISS. So what I want to do is get a measurement here to here. It's 9 inches. And see where I'm at on this side. See if I need to move this axle over or what. And I'm going to the flat side of the frame. Yeah, we're way off. See? Let's bump this thing over a little bit. Jesus Christ. We're sitting at almost 10.5 inches here, so we need to go at least 3/4 of an inch over. This way to even get close. And this isn't no proximity thing. Let's see if I can get this thing bowled over here. There we go. Now we're sitting about 9.5 inches. Let's go over a couple more. A little bit more here. There we go. We don't want to move too much, just a little bit more. Now we're sitting pretty at 9 3/4. Let's see what we're looking at on this side. I'm just going from the frame, the flat part of the frame, to the back of the rotor, just to get a variance here. Oh yeah, we're about spot on 9 3/4 right there. If my eyes don't deceive me. 9 3/4 there. Yeah, we're about 9 3/4 there too. We're pretty close. Now I want to get a measurement off the back of the cab. It may not be, the cab may be crooked. I'm just taking a wild stab at the cab straight. Cab may be crooked, but we need to be pretty close to the
length out here. So I'm going that 42 and an 8 from the center. Let's go over here and check it out. Yeah, guys, we're pretty close to 42 and an 8. I mean, we're dead on the money right there. Now the only thing I'm really going to check out here is the pinion. I want to make sure the pinion angle is pretty good. If by some chance you're going to want to get you an angle finder like that and just see where it is, and that's about 4 degrees, so we kind of want to zero it out, to be honest with you, because it's lowered. So it does need to come up just a hair, but I'm not going to zero out too much because the weight's going to push it down. So really it needs to go a little bit upwards. So let's once you get weight put on this thing, it's going to push it down just a little bit. So I'm just going to zero it out and hope for the best. If it's off, we'll go back and fix it. Whew. Okay, guys, I wanted to go ahead and throw that gas tank in there because once this thing gets out, I don't want to keep taking this thing up and down on jack stands, at least from right there. Give a good look around. Give it a good look around to your rear end. Make sure we're pretty straight here. Pretty straight. Yep. Old Hawkeye's got it right there. Yeah, straight as an arrow. I mean, at least by my vision, and you know, it's 60-40 or something, so yay. But what I want to do now is, you know, put weight on it. Check our pinion angle. We'll put some weight on it, pick our pinion angle, see if our lost and found shocks over there is going to work that I've modified to make work on this lowered dealio. And yeah, let's throw some wheels on this thing. Hello, can you go? Hello, can you go? Here we go. What route we got out of it?
I think I had the tires are, but
There we go. Okay. Wow.
I thought it was the same.
No, it's very cool. Wow,
You can't
guys.
talk
Hush, man, I'm trying to talk to the camera. Wowza. Wowza. And perfect. Hit it on 0, we on 3, pointing up. I think we're doing good. That is a decent drop, and that's a cheap drop. We did that cheaply and safely, and yeah, we're lining pretty damn good up with our notches. Drive shaft seems to be straight, good angle on the drive shaft. Notches, like I said, the notches are dead on money, balls on accurate. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, guys, I think this is successful. I mean, I had to pull the stuff out of the way so I can get a view of what this rear end looks like now that we've flip-flopped. And I have to say, it's muy bueno. I like it. I think it's good and low. I think it's low enough. I still think there's enough spring in there. Without the weight of the bed and stuff on this thing, those shocks weren't coming all the way down, so I had to get my big behind up there, push them down. to get the bolt started. I'm still gonna have to put some longer bolts down there at the bottom. That's all there is to it. But yeah, these shocks are what I found. I hope this shows you that you don't have to drop a ton of money. And I'll be honest with you, you don't have to be the most talented cat in the world to pull this off. Now, I wouldn't recommend taking this thing and going moving concrete pallets or cinder blocks or even anything heavy, really. But pinioning's pretty good. We've got to see what the front drop looks like. It might be too far up. We may have to twist it down a little bit. That's why I didn't weld it in. I wanted to make sure. May have to twist the rear end down a little bit. I think it's sticking a little too far up just to level that thing back out, because I think it's too much. I don't want all that joint on there. It's okay. But once I get that twisted and I'll get the front lowered and I get the back rear end twisted and dialed in to where I like it. We're good this way. Side to side, we're good from the cab back. Everything is straight. Of course, we didn't change any hangers and all that stuff, so it should have fell back in place, but you never know. You don't want it to move. Okay, folks, I'm out here shooting an outro for you guys because somehow I lost the audio to the outro I did shoot, which is kind of weird because I don't use an external mic. So go figure that. Anyway, I'm here to tell you we've come to the end of this lowering portion of the back end of this truck. Next video, we're going to hit the front end of this truck. Hope you got something from the progress that we've made so far. Leave a comment, like and subscribe, please. It helps. It does help. And that's going to bring us to the end of this thing. We did what we accomplished, what we set out to do with this thing. We done did what we did set out to do with the thing. And that's on a budget. Lower this old girl. Well, at least the back half of it. Front half, you're going to have to wait another week. But it's in progress. But anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment. And remember, if you don't know what you're doing, just pretend like you do. Next time.